What's up, guys? I got some bad news here. My bike's kind of messed up. This bolt right here for the oil filter cap thing is stripped out, and so this won't. It's not tight enough, so it's leaking oil. I have a Recluse clutch on this thing, which I don't really like for the road that much. I mean, look at this. Where I do all my wheelies and whatever, dude, where it's just kind of getting to be an old bike, it's completely gone out, like all the way pretty much, like to the point to where, like, I don't know I'm not sure if you guys know exactly how Recluses work, but pretty much this thing, it's like an automatic clutch, you can't stall it. So pretty much this thing, like, the clutch slips without me even pulling the clutch lever in to like 5,000 RPMs, like 5 or 6,000 RPMs. The original owner just put a Recluse clutch in this thing as soon as he got it, because I have the original clutch and it looks like completely fine, like everything on it looks great. And so I think I'm just gonna put the original clutch back in it. Yeah, so the bike's out of commission for a little bit, so the videos might be a little behind depending on how quick I can fix this thing. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get this bolt fixed at an actual shop, because I really don't want to drill the engine myself. But I was planning on doing the clutch myself if I could, because I've been trying to get a little mechanic-y over the summer and do some projects. I think I have footage from one other day, and that's it, guys. I think I've got one other video before I can get this thing fixed. And during that day, my camera actually died, but my friend Taylor actually had a GoPro and a mic wired up. So during that day, I kind of handed it over to him. So I think he got some cool third-person shots of me doing wheelies and stuff. So yeah, hopefully that'll be a pretty good video once I get it all edited up. Summer's coming to an end, guys. It kind of sucks. And then, so that's one summer project. I gotta finish that up. Okay, and my other project is down here on the rocks. There's a gap there. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's a gap of about 2 weeks where I didn't make any videos. And that's because I was working on this thing like 8 to 5, come home at 5, and literally work on this till like 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, so here it is, almost done. It's looking how I want it to, but it isn't all the way done. It's got some little things here and there I got to do to it. But yeah, here it is, guys. My 92 Jeep Cherokee. Been working on this bad boy all summer, pretty much. I got it flexed out on some rocks here, dude. Here in my yard. Kind of funny. Yeah, this thing was kind of a pain in the butt, but I mean, I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out. I took the doors off of it, did a doorless mod, because I had a Wrangler before that truck. As some of you guys know, I made a vlog in that thing before I traded it. I always had my doors off the Wrangler, so I was like, man, well, I'm taking the doors off this thing for sure. So I'm going to talk about this for a little bit because I've been working so hard on it. I don't know if you guys are really interested in Jeep stuff, but whatever, dude, I'm doing it. So first of all, here's a little before clip of it, what it looked like. This is my 1992 Jeep Cherokee Laredo. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about it for a minute. So this is my Uncle Dino's Jeep. He straight gave it to me. Pretty much I traded my Jeep in here's a picture of the Jeep, my old Jeep. I traded that Jeep in for that Tacoma over there so I could carry my dirt bike around, because I got really into, riding motorcycles. So there's the inside. I don't know, I just cleaned it up as best I could. Whenever I got this thing, this whole trim right here was like gray. Like all of this was gray and just like faded and looked really bad. So I taped it off, cut the fenders and rolled them in so I could clear the bigger tires with a smaller lift. And I painted all around it. I think it turned out pretty good. It looked a lot better than what it did, I think. Cut the bumper so I could fit the tires too, because it was rubbing like right here. But now I'll tell you about the suspension, which is what really took me a long time. Pretty much in this suspension, guys, I think I only have like 250, maybe 300 bucks in the suspension altogether. I think I netted about 3.5 inches of lift from what I did. The only thing new for the suspension were the rear shocks and the front coils. So for the rear, these leaf springs right here, and pretty much just cut the eyes off of the S10 truck leaf springs and, clamped them right up to the main leaf on the XJ. And then I bought new rear shocks. They're Tough Country shocks for 3 to 4 inch lift. I broke 2 upper shock mounts on the passenger side, and so I welded up bar pin eliminators up in there. The only thing new in the front is this coil. I'm gonna slip it out of there. Look at that. That thing's flexed out. But the only thing new is this coil. It's a Tough Country coil, 3.5-inch coil. I didn't want like a 4.5, because 4.5 you get driveline issues and stuff I don't really want to deal with. So I think I did it perfect. And I got these Rough Country shocks from a buddy who's also building an XJ. So those shocks are free. And then those rear leaf springs only cost about 45 bucks from the junkyard. For my bump stops, I actually just threw a softball in there. You can probably barely see, but I'm flexed out as far as I can right now, and the bump stop is sitting right on the softball. Actually, I think I might need a little more bump stop, because I think I might be touching just barely right here on the fender. These tires here are BFG Mud Terrains KN2s. They're 33 by 12.5s on All American Racing steel black wheels. Yeah, I got those wheels and tires off Craigslist. So after I put the tires and lift on, I had some death wobble issues. So to fix that, here's what I did. This hole was wobbled out a little bit, and so I drilled a new hole next to it for the track bar. That's a track bar right there. And actually even my the joint right here had a little bit of play in it too. So I actually met a guy from Craigslist, and he was selling his old track bar from like a 99, so 7-year newer Jeep. Took that and put his track bar in there. He gave it to me for 20 bucks, and also bought a sway bar link from him, because one of my sway bars, I sheared the top nut off. I don't know if you can see that. And I drove this thing to Knoxville this past weekend, 2 hours away from here. And it did fine on the highway. It had a lot of potholes, no death wobbles at all. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much sums up my Jeep. I replaced a couple of hoses and stuff in the inside of the engine. It was just like a little leaky here and there. Oh, and right now, as you can tell, I've got a really bad coolant leak. That's coolant on that rock, and so it's actually really bad. I'm pretty sure I need a new radiator. I think I found where it was leaking. Over here on this side, it's leaking on the seam right there of that radiator, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to put a new radiator in this. But that shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. I'm just glad I didn't blow a head gasket or anything. Yeah, this thing's awesome, dude. I'm so proud of it. I think I probably overall, I'll put new brakes in the front. I think overall I've got $1,000 in this thing. Jeep and all. Like, I have $1,000 in this. That's maybe 1,000. If you guys like Jeep stuff, let me know. I always think it's kind of funny, because all these big name motovloggers have all these giant JKs. And I had a JK. Like, I had a Jeep JK. It was a 2-door silver. I showed you a picture of it earlier. And I love my JK, and I'm a huge Jeep fan. And even on that JK, I put that lift kit on myself. There was a TerraFlex lift kit on that thing, and I did that myself. And I think it's funny. I mean, I'm not hating, you know, like if I had the money to get a nice professional shop to do my lift kit too, I'd probably do that. But I kind of like tinkering on stuff. You know what I mean? I kind of like figuring stuff out and having to use my brain a little bit. And I know not everybody has time to do that, but you sure do save a whole lot of money that way. Just a little more respect out of someone that actually does it themselves, you know, and actually builds it how they want. So there's my Jeep XJ. Sorry this wasn't any motorcycles in this video, but just a little update of what's going on with me and what I've been doing. After the next video, there might be a delay in uploads depending on when I can get my motorcycle fixed. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it wasn't as exciting as most videos normally are, of us just ripping wheelies all day. But yeah, I mean, if you guys like Jeep stuff, you know, comment below and let me know, because I love Jeeps. I've always been a huge fan of Jeeps, and I just love tinkering with stuff all at the same time. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll see y'all next time.